Ever landed in a foreign country, ready to start your adventure, only to be hit with unexpected banking fees or your card simply not working? It's a nightmare scenario for any traveler. And if you're a Starling Bank customer, you might be wondering, can I use my Starling card abroad? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Before we get into the specifics of Starling abroad, let's paint the picture of what can go wrong when using your regular bank card overseas. Imagine this: you've finally arrived in Rome, ready for some delicious pasta and ancient history. You try to pay for your first gelato, and declined. Or maybe it works, but you later check your statement and see a hefty foreign transaction fee tacked onto the purchase. These are the kinds of headaches we want to avoid, right? Traditional banks often charge fees for using your debit or credit card in a different currency. These can include transaction fees, currency conversion fees, and even ATM withdrawal fees. These fees can quickly add up, eating into your travel budget. Plus, some cards may not be widely accepted in certain countries, leading to further frustration. So, how does Starling measure up when it comes to international spending? The short answer is, pretty well. One of the major advantages of Starling Bank is its transparent and generally fee-free approach to using your card abroad. Let's break down the key areas: spending, ATM withdrawals, and some important considerations. First, spending. When you use your Starling debit card to make purchases in a foreign currency, Starling doesn't charge any fees for the transaction itself. This is a huge plus compared to many traditional banks that often levy a percentage-based fee on each purchase. The exchange rate used is the MasterCard exchange rate, which is typically very competitive and close to the interbank rate. This means you're getting a fair deal on the currency conversion. Now, let's talk about getting cash. While card payments are becoming more common worldwide, there are still times when you need local currency. With Starling, you can withdraw cash from international ATMs without incurring any fees from Starling themselves. However, it's crucial to understand that some local ATM operators may charge their own fees. These are not Starling fees, but rather fees imposed by the ATM owner in the foreign country. These fees are usually displayed on the ATM screen before you complete the withdrawal, giving you the option to cancel if you wish. To minimize these potential charges, it's always a good idea to research typical ATM fees in your destination beforehand and perhaps opt for larger, less frequent withdrawals rather than lots of small ones. So, no fees from Starling for spending or withdrawing cash. This is a significant benefit. But there are a few important things to keep in mind. Firstly, always make sure your Starling card is activated for international use. While this is usually the default setting, it's always good to double-check within the Starling app before you travel. It's a quick and easy process, and it avoids any potential issues when you arrive at your destination. Secondly, be aware of dynamic currency conversion, or DCC. This is a sneaky practice where merchants or ATMs offer to convert the transaction amount into your home currency at the point of sale. While it might seem convenient, DCC often uses a less favorable exchange rate than the one provided by MasterCard, meaning you end up paying more. Always choose to pay in the local currency of the country you're in to ensure you get the best exchange rate offered by Starling. Thirdly, although rare, it's possible that some less common ATMs might not accept MasterCard. This is not a Starling-specific issue, but a general limitation of the card network. Having a backup payment method, such as a small amount of local currency or a travel-specific credit card, can be a sensible precaution, especially if you're traveling to more remote areas. Let's recap the key advantages of using Starling abroad: no fees from Starling for spending on your card, no fees from Starling for ATM withdrawals, competitive MasterCard exchange rates, and easy management through the Starling app. These benefits make Starling a very attractive option for travelers. It removes the stress and uncertainty associated with foreign transaction fees and provides a convenient and cost-effective way to manage your finances while abroad. Now, let's address a few specific questions you might have. What about using Starling for online purchases from international websites? The same principles apply. You won't be charged any fees by Starling for these transactions, and the MasterCard exchange rate will be used. This makes Starling a great option for booking flights, accommodation, or other travel-related expenses online. What if my card gets lost or stolen while I'm abroad? Starling has excellent security features, including instant card freezing through the app. If you lose your card, you can immediately freeze it to prevent any unauthorized transactions. You can then contact Starling customer support through the app for assistance with getting a replacement card. Is there a limit on how much I can spend or withdraw abroad? While there are daily spending and withdrawal limits, these are generally quite generous and unlikely to be an issue for most travelers. You can check your specific limits within the Starling app. So, to definitively answer the question, can you use Starling Bank abroad? Absolutely. It's designed to be used internationally and offers a very competitive and transparent service for overseas spending. By understanding the key aspects we've discussed, you can make the most of your Starling card while traveling and avoid those nasty surprises on your bank statement. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.